Hey guys, welcome to BSU. We're back at it again today. Hope you guys been doing good. So this is a disclaimer all the time that we like to get. You are on camera, so if you would not like to be recorded or if you would not like to say anything during the meeting, we do upload all videos to YouTube. So we're just letting you guys know. So this is the agenda today. We just did the welcome, so we're gonna go into reports. So today is first generation college student recognition day. So if you are a first generation college student, we're so happy that you're here. I believe there were some events going on. I'm a first generation college student. So
I work with first generation college students. That's my thing. It's just really good to see all my people be in college because y'all did so good. Congrats to y'all. If you're a first generation and you about to graduate, shout out to you. Y'all just keep doing what y'all doing.
definitely. And I know it's hard for first year college students. So if you're a first year college student, you can reach out to me or reach out to other, first years. Like I know Trio is a pretty good program. So, stay on the lookout for that. All right. So, guys, also in our reports, we have a Black Students League. It's a national conference for college students. Do not worry about the payment because the Office of Inclusion and Academic Engagement, they've already covered that fee. So the exec board will be going to this Black Leadership Summit. And if you guys would like to attend as well, please let us know. If you would like to attend this summit with the exec board, you can drop your name in the chat with your number, and we'll put you on that list and be in further contact with you about this event going on February 13th, 2021. And they're supposed to be enhancing our skills as Black leaders.
I'm actually going to put my email in there because I don't want people to put their number in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So this is let me make sure I spelled that right because y'all know I can't spell. That's my email. We can pick a select amount of students. So really it's on a first come, first serve. And that's really how it's gonna go. But we really want you all to come if you're gonna be interested.
I'm definitely going.
Definitely going. And we would love if you guys came with, your exec board. So now we're going to be going into introducing our new executive board members. BSU, we appointed new executive members. As you guys know, we were missing a parliamentarian, treasurer, and also a historian. So we went out and these people applied. So the person who received the candidate position for parliamentarian is none other than Victoria Jackson. Victoria, would you like to present yourself?
Hi, you guys. My name is Victoria Jackson, currently a senior here at Eastern, majoring in human services and community leadership with a double minor in family literacy and financial literacy and psychology. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be you guys' new parliamentarian. I love the issue as a whole, so nothing has changed. I'm still the same Vicky as I am in the audience, but just on the exec board. So, hey, y'all.
All right, thanks, Victoria. Now we have our treasurer, Mr. Terrence Trammell. Terrence, would you like to come up and say anything to everyone who's here?
Hi, everybody. My name is Terrence. I'm a junior, accounting major. Nice to meet you all.
Cool. And now we have our historian, Mia Smith.
I'm Mia Smith. I'm a freshman here at EIU, and I love BSU when I first attended it, and that's why I wanted to be on the e-board, so yeah.
All right, cool. Welcome, new execs. I'm so happy to have y'all. Y'all just don't understand. All right. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Don't do that.
All right. All right, on to our first hot topic. We're gonna be talking about King Von.
Ooh.
I feel like this was a good subject for us to talk about. The exec board decided like we really need to come as a community and have this, discussion. So, of course, King Von was a Chicago rapper. I forgot what label he was with, but he was heavily associated with Lil Durk and also G Herbo. So, and well, he did write like a lot of music, expressing his thoughts on his struggle and growing up in the Black community, what he's seen. But he's a felon, so it was very interesting. So the first question we're going to get into today is, why do we care about his death? Like that's hard. Or anybody like to speak on this issue? Like, why should we care about King Von?
Really, I'm gonna go ahead. I feel like we should care, especially if you're from Chicago, because really that's another Chicago talent that's gone. Especially just a few months ago, we lost FEG Duck, which was another big Chicago artist. And I know somebody probably already said this, but I feel like a lot of Chicago artists, like they just dying. So it's like we don't really have like a lot of talent coming out of Chicago anymore because they either dead or in jail. So I think that's another reason why we should care.
Any else?
Yeah, like I was gonna say like, there's like as far as like music wise, I just feel that um he was definitely an icon for like a lot of just the Black youth, especially like in like Chicago as well, or even the Black community like in general, because like you don't really get that many artists, nowadays, like in the rap culture, especially like who are able to like to relate or to be able to like tell those like stories, and come out alive on top. You know what I'm saying? Like even to come out alive after, telling the things that you've seen and done, like that's an achievement in itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel like, his story is like only just beginning. Like we don't know what he or who he could have been, building like potential like, projects with or outreaches. You know what I'm saying? It's like he probably has so much in store or plan to do, and unfortunately, his life was taken real too early. Like, and it's sad. It's unfortunate and it's disappointing. But at the end of the day, it's just it's heartbreaking. You know, like
Okay, now moving on. Thank you, Asher. Thank you, Jamal. Are we surprised by King Von's his killing? Like, as a community, if you want to hit the chat box because you want to speak, go right ahead. Or are we surprised by King Von's killing? Michaela?
Okay, so I just feel like I don't really know if the story is valid, but like I'm not surprised by it only because it's been so told that he was into it with another rapper who was from the South, NBA YoungBoy. And this has been a lot going on, like with like his music and him like dissing people. So, and it's like the one time that he left Chicago, like for real, like. So I'm honestly really not surprised by it, and because like he like by his music you could tell that like he was involved in like gangs and a lot of violence. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people are coming for him in a sense. But I don't know. Like it wasn't surprising, but I mean it's still shocking because you never think that it would really happen for real. So
I kind of seen it coming. I was like, any rapper that's doing a lot of this and a lot of rah rah rah, they end up 6 feet deep, or they got to move out the state. So it's just, I think it's kind of messed up. Like I just started listening to music, so it was like, dang. Go ahead, Brittany.
So I don't know you know, I don't know if y'all have Twitter, but I remember seeing this tweet. I forgot what that, y'all ever seen, like, I know Gunna did one where like he was like in that box, it was like the color theme. I forgot what they called it. But King Von was in one, and I remember Carlos Miller had quoted it, and he was basically saying like his music is good and like his flow is decent, but it's gonna get him caught up because he's saying too much in his songs. And I was like, oh, that's kind of odd. And then who would have known that soon after, like, that actually manifested? I ain't saying Carlos Miller has something to do with it, but now that I think about it, that is a little weird. Carlos Miller, ain't he from Atlanta or something to that effect? I don't know. But I remember him, like, I remember reading that and then being like, dang, like, that is kind of crazy. Like, he do say everything, you know. I don't know if the stories are true. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know King Von. Not gonna say I'm not a fan. He's just not the kind of music I listen to. But I was just like, oh, like, that's a little interesting. And half the time that is true. When you do overshare, like, don't think that people not watching your move, because they are. They're listening. If they're not watching, they're listening to what you're saying. So I was like, you know, unfortunately, it kind of made sense. It's sad it had to happen that way. You know, I look at this as a murder. When someone takes someone else's life, that's murder. That's what it is. And, you know, I ain't gonna say whoever did it. First off, when this story came out, I first heard that it was police involved. That was the first way I heard about it. I was like, dang, that's kind of messed up. But then I saw another video on Twitter where it was actually like not police, it was like regular people. But, you know, I was just like, it's sad it had to happen that way. And so I feel like whoever is responsible should get charged, you know, with a murder charge or whatever. Because that's what you did. You took somebody else's life, you murdered them.
I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
I see what you. I don't necessarily think the person gonna get charged with it.
Yeah.
I mean, they might get charged with a murder. They may, you know how they do black men and
like, they might not even care. They might be like, you killed another rapper. That's all we seeing it as. We don't even.
Or I mean, it ain't hard to get them off. I mean, like, you see, I'm be like that, but and then another black man lost and another black man incarcerated.
Right.
You know, it's still a messed up situation over some stupid stuff. Dumb. We gotta do better.
Yeah, like, huh?
I said we gotta do black men. We gotta do better. Well, do you guys think his death will lead to more violence?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Like, I don't like. I say recently, like I'm gonna say, like, recently I've been like listening to King Von. There's like, I can definitely tell after his death. Like, I can already tell, like, especially Chicago. Like, it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be so much bloodshed, man, and so much unnecessary bloodshed. Like even after his death, like, I was already seeing like posts talking about, like, you know, we gotta protect Lil Durk at all times, and I'm like, gee, it's really getting to that point. Like, I understand they was like cool, they was like friends or whatever, but it's like, man, like, it shouldn't have to be taken to that degree, you know, because by all means, like, I understand, like, he was involved in what he was saying, and I'm pretty sure, like, he wasn't trying to portray a lifestyle, but, you know, it's like why, you know, like, because by all means, like, he most definitely, like, of all people, like, he should have just been more just careful about how he was moving and just things he said and who they were being said to. And it's like, you know, your words have actions behind, they have consequences. Like even if they're good or bad, like, you know, they have power. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can already see like it's gonna be a lot of shootings and all this other stuff that doesn't need to happen. You know, so
I felt that.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Cause like I didn't follow up much with this story. I thought I read it the first day. I was like, oh, that's sad. Then I just kind of left it alone. I'm under the impression, so King Von is dead, but wasn't there other people who were with him who
Yeah.
were also?
yeah.
So what's up with them? Like, where they
I
at?
really don't know.
Cause I ain't heard nothing about them.
They
I-
did.
It's been a setup.
It was 3 people that got killed. And
Yeah, it was 3 of them. 2 of them was his homies.
yeah.
That was-
Dang.
So 3 people got killed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was trying to protect him. And the other 2 were from Chicago, which was the crazy part.
Right.
It was 5 people shot and 3 died.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, they're not even talking about that.
So I mean, well, King Von was the most famous, but I feel like it's definitely going to be more bloodshed too, because a lot of those people, they have, gang ties. So it's like it's going to be like another war, basically. I believe.
Hopefully not. I can't take it.
Like,
Well, the last question is, guys, before we move on, is why is he getting media attention? I mean, I got this question from one of my friends. It's like, why is this getting media attention? Aren't there greater needs of the Black community than to be worried about a fallen artist?
I feel like I feel like he getting attention because he's famous. Because he has like that clout and everybody listens to his music. Like people don't just listen to him that's from Chicago. Like people all over listen to him. But I also feel like the other reason for why it's probably getting so much clout is like, I don't want to say the story is people making up, but like people just like tweeting about it. So like social media, very powerful. And they get information out real fast. So I also feel like that's another reason, but people have been coming up with different conspiracy theories too. I feel like that's bringing them more attention. Like how I was saying like in the chat, like people been saying that Quando Rondo did it because he signed to be a young boy the same record label as him, and King Von started a diss track about him or whatever. Like it's all these conspiracy theories, but also like just the fact that he was just popular. Like everybody knew, like his name is recognizable.
I think what more so the question is hidden on is, whether or not the fact that his life necessarily doesn't matter, but are there greater things that the Black community has to get to instead of being concerned about a rapper who is affiliated with a gang?
I feel like that's depending on how you looking at it. Are you looking at it like it's a rapper affiliated with a gang, or are you looking at it like there is a disconnect, obviously, somewhere where, I mean, I don't think you have to read into this too deep unless you really wanted to. You could sit here and you could pick apart the story, and I feel like it depends on your level of interest. If you're like me, you don't really know. I know like one King Von song, and I swear to God, I can't name the song, but everybody know that song. And I only know like the first like couple lines in it, and that's it. But I'm not really invested in this story like that. So if you're not invested, you are going to feel that way. But if you are invested, then, looking at it through a different, a couple different lenses. So it just depends. But, saying that to say, like, you don't have to disrespect the story. And I feel like sometimes people do that when they don't care.
It's more of a distraction, in my opinion, from whatever else is going on. That's
I
just,
felt that.
yeah, it's more of a distraction more than anything.
I'm sorry that the young man lost his life. But unfortunately, he's gonna be another Twitter hashtag. Like, I hate to say it like that, but when Black men die, or Black women die, we just become another hashtag, and people forget about us. I mean, we've seen it with X, we've seen it with other artists that after they've been gone for so long, they stop caring. They stop caring. They stop caring about how they died. Like, the violence gotta stop.
So maybe T.I. was.
that's true.
I'm just saying, maybe he was right. Like, I don't think what he said probably wasn't the most intelligent thing to say, and maybe not at the right time because the story is still new. But hell, I don't think he was wrong. Was he
I
wrong?
think he was disrespectful in which
Yeah.
he said it, and I felt
But then again, that's what's confusing me because I need to pull up exactly what he said. I've seen it, but it was so many hours ago. It's gone in my feed now. But that's still conflicting to me because we're saying the violence is so sad. T.I. just said like y'all coming. Okay, what he did say was wrong because he did say y'all basically coming to Atlanta to kill us. But like I think what he was trying to say was we are spreading violence everywhere we go. I think that's what he was trying to say.
and that's so stereotypical because he gets to live in his $1 billion house. You know what I'm saying? $1 billion house, talking about people bringing violence to him. But what are you doing to alleviate the violence, T.I.?
Well, he ain't rapping no more, I don't think so.
I don't care, but he got a platform.
That might have something to do with it.
He got a platform to speak on violence, but not doing nothing to assist in lowering the violence.
Like Chantel said, it gets iffy. We talking about celebrities. We don't know everything that they do. I personally don't really give a damn. Like T.I. can do whatever he want to do.
He sure can.
But we just don't know. There's so much that we don't know, and I don't know. That's just such a gray area. Who knows?
It is a great area because people get money and they not black no more. But I think that's something that we should talk about too later on. But we gotta move on to the next topic. All right, election. So of course you guys know Joe Biden is now the president-elect. It took us a couple of days. We kind of was on edge. BSU didn't know. We didn't know what was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
We were shaking. We did not want another year of Trump because I wasn't with the Trump movement. Well, we wasn't. A lot of black people. So
Trump. I don't think this whole chat right here was, but yeah.
Except for no mind.
Anyway, no. Let's talk about that.
Believe that.
No, they might watch this back. Anyway.
Yeah, that's
Yo.
That's some tea for me.
Wow, bro. What?
Okay, so how does everyone feel about the results of the election?
I'm shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't too sure he was gonna win, and I saw that big gap, and I was like, "Dang, okay, we see you." I was great, but yeah, I don't know. It made me nervous though, because everybody talking about like all these riots and stuff happening afterwards, and it made me. I was happy personally, but I also was nervous after looking at it.
Anybody else?
I
was just.
I wasn't really shocked because I knew it was gonna be like a lot of people was gonna vote for Joe Biden because a lot of celebrities was urging a lot of people to vote. You feel me? So I felt like Joe Biden definitely was gonna get like a lot of votes because people wasn't just voting for Joe Biden, like people was also voting against Trump. You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't really agree with Joe Biden, people hated Trump that much that they still was gonna vote for him. So I already knew that there was a good chance that he was gonna win the election. I just hate that it took so long because you feel me? Like I don't know about y'all, but I kept looking at my phone trying to check and see for like the past few days. So I ain't really like that, but I feel like he had a good chance to win. So I wasn't really surprised.
Man,
Somebody hit the
like,
chat.
I've never, like,
Brittany said same.
what she said, shit, yeah, like, I know for me, like, I never been so invested in the election so much. Like, I think the only one I really been invested in was when, like, Obama was president. Like, when he was trying to be president. Like, other than that, it was like, I didn't really care. Well, I wasn't, like, aware, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I never checked my phone, or I never, like, you know, went online to like see like the voting totals and all that stuff. And I'm like, gee, like just make this dude the president already. Like we already know at this point Trump gonna lose. It's just like, why y'all stalling it? Like thank you. Why y'all stalling it? Why y'all stalling it?
Honestly, I feel like black people only get vote when we get a demon in the office. We need to be out there voting like crazy when it's not a Trump. Be honest. Because we need to vote like we losing. Because honestly, no matter which way we vote, we always losing.
So also vote in other elections too. Like, you know, the presidential election important, but it's also other things you can vote, like voting like congressmen and voting Senate. Like those are also important. I just feel like more black people need to educate themselves on politics, period. You know, so we not always complaining about, you know, laws being passed that don't really help us. We can start like helping ourselves because we know our rights and we know how politics work.
Yeah,
it's true, man.
Point states, state municipalities, local municipalities, local governments, school boards. Them things matter. They do.
Honestly, those are more important than a presidential election because they affect your community directly. So you definitely want to make sure you voting in that. Definitely.
I see so many people mad about how their friends get locked up. Oh, that judge gave my boy a wrong sentence. But you didn't vote for your judges. I ain't got no vote. My vote don't count. But you didn't vote against that judge that locked your boy up.
No, and let me tell you something. I made that post on Snapchat 2 times because I know people from back home that was on my Snap, and I know they was not gonna vote. So I had to put it into perspective for them because, you know, okay, you want to free the guys. You mad because so-and-so locked up? Like, why don't you go vote for all your judges? And I'm telling you the other thing. I voted all them judges out. Bye. All of them judges had to go.
Yep.
They had to go. But nah, that is true. Like, I definitely had to say that to some people because I'm like, you do realize, like, I did a mail-in ballot from Chicago because I was not about to re-register under Coles County. That was not happening. And yeah, like, I was not doing that.
But that's a problem too, though, Brittany, that you know that we don't want to register in Coles County. The reason why Coles County is controlled by all these Republicans is because the students don't get together and vote. If we all voted together, Coles County wouldn't look so red. We actually got more power. It's just that black people don't come together on this campus.
I understand that, but for me, it didn't make sense to re-register on the Coles County when I'm about to leave next year.
And that's valid too.
Yeah. So I didn't want to re-register and then have to do whatever I had to do to register back in Chicago. Like, that just didn't make sense. Plus, like, I wanted to, you know, like, I just wanted to patronize Chicago. But I definitely understand what you're saying. But yeah, like, I was just like, you know, you want to free your homie? Go vote for some judges and free the homies. That's what you could do.
Simple as that.
All righty. Did everyone anticipate for the results to take almost a week to come back?
Pretty sure nobody is agreeing.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I know things are a little slow with the whole COVID stuff going on, but I was not expecting it to take that long. Like, I think Nevada still counted votes in the election over with.
Yeah, Nevada is still light blue. And at this point, I'm trying to understand the logic behind why the votes are still light blue, but you can count some money when y'all win these slot machines. But we're not going to talk about that.
Exactly.
Bro, Ricky be on one. I like it.
Ooh, y'all going there. And I don't understand why they didn't have a 24-hour team. Some people be flushed in for 12 hours. The next people be flushed in like for another few hours. Like, they could have did that. Like,
that's crazy.
They don't want to pay people to be poll watchers. They don't want to pay. Come on now.
Like even it was just ridiculous. Like, I'm like, gee, there's no way it should take this long for us to count these votes. And like, I agree with you. Like, it should have been like a team set in place, like, to be dedicated to counting these votes, because it's like gee, these votes matter. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like it don't. Like, y'all ain't here counting these votes for a reason. If y'all ain't signed up to do it, then y'all shouldn't have applied to do this then. You know, because it's like, you know, that one vote you holding in could potentially be the thing that could separate who, you know, is beneficial for the, you know, the country, even our own communities. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I get why it took so long though, like to secure like democracy. You need less people counting ballots, so you can see how many ballots is being counted, so they can supervise the process a little more. Like I get why it took so long.
750.
They had to.
Like I didn't even I don't even understand why, like, even like Trump supporters, like even the ones who was like real extreme about it, like then delaying like the votes and like talking about how they was gonna like, you know, like shred all the votes or like delay them and everything, so like people can't count them. I'm like, gee, like why y'all doing this?
Trump
Like,
was being a sore loser, which I never understood why.
like even Trump himself
No,
was trying to like get that stuff like recounted. I'm like, bro, you lost. Just accept it,
Just
man.
admit it.
he just got a mental illness. That's all that is. Man, to be saying all that reckless stuff, that's just a mental illness.
Oh.
Gotta be something.
Seriously,
Oh,
seriously,
really? He technically
because
wasn't. Oh, sorry, Marcus. Hey, by the way.
hey, what's up, y'all? I'm sorry I'm late. I'm at the gym. You know, I had to step in to support
Okay.
my black people.
Shit, get them games, bro. I'm signing up to this meeting.
All right. But let's move on like to the next question, because we still got to get to ask Shirley. Do you all believe that Joe Biden's win is a win for the black community?
Hell no.
No,
I
no.
was about to say like,
Hell no.
like honestly, bro, like that
No.
just depends. That's so like that's really like that just depends on like how you just internalize that. Because truth be told, like I'm kind of neutral with it. I'm only neutral because of the fact that I know Biden, he was under Obama when Obama was, you know, the president at the time. So it's like I'm pretty sure Obama had Biden under his wing. So like I had a little hope because I'm pretty sure Obama is still gonna have some kind of like influence on Biden, because I know they kind of like cool. I'm guessing they friends, but it's like that's probably the only thing. That's like the only thing that's kind of like keeping me in that neutral place, because at the end of the day, like, you know, Biden can say all these things, but it's like, you know, you gotta put the action in it too. Like you can't just say that and then not put the action in it. Like, especially for the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm seeing a lot of stuff go around talking about we are back to normal racism. Like, what is that? What is normal racism?
yeah, I'm like,
What was we at before?
Yeah, I know. Like, racism has been with us since they brought us over here with no passport. So it's like every time the racism issue gets brought up, it's normal racism. I don't know what normal racism is. I don't know what that is at all. But I don't know. People coming at Kamala Harris because she sent a lot of black men in jail, and people coming at Biden. So I really don't know. Like, we just gonna have to see.
I mean, Marcus, in regards to Kamala Harris, that was her job.
Right.
Attorney General. Her
Exactly.
job is to prosecute black men. So I don't get why the black community was coming at her like that in the first place, to be honest. That was her job. That was
right.
What was she gonna do? Not do her job?
Yeah, she can't set everybody free.
Right. It's the system that's corrupt.
Yeah.
Her job was to do that. Like,
exactly.
She can't help the system. Unfortunately, like, and civil rights attorneys don't make a lot of money.
They sure don't. You really have to hustle. Like you, it's like owning your own business. You gotta cash out your cards whenever you had a time to do so.
You servicing a community that ain't got no money.
Exactly.
That shouldn't be funny.
But that's true.
But that's the truth.
It's true.
we get these public defenders that can't support the Black community. So it's like when they go against these hard, tough cases, even if they didn't commit it, they are automatically forced to take the plea deal and different things like that. So it's like every time, I feel like the way we could fix that is getting good attorneys that will work pro bono for the minorities, that are willing to offer their great quality service for minorities. Once we get that accomplished, I think we could just start knocking things down. Because, say for instance, a white man, he gets charged for rape. He has an attorney that's charging $2,000 an hour for him. Gets off the case. So I feel like it's so unfair when they say we have the right to a counsel, but even though we have the right to a counsel, we have a right to a bogus counsel. So it's so sickening.
That's the truth. The counsel is bogus. That's all I have. My bad, Marcus. Go ahead. Marcus.
Oh Lord, you be losing.
What?
No, y'all ain't losing. I was done talking.
Oh, okay, Marcus.
Somebody was like Marcus. I was like, oh no, we done lost them.
Them is just the PDs, public defenders, so bad. We gotta educate ourselves. Like Black people, like there's so many there's not a lot, but there's enough Black political science majors on this campus for Black people to talk to. And be the rawest students in the classes. Talk to them, reach out. All righty, we moving on to Ask Miss Shirley. So the Ask Miss Shirley for today. Miss Shirley, so 2 to 3 white girls I hang with at my school said they voted for Trump and made little Democratic jokes. They sang F Donald Trump because it was a good song, but still voted for him. They don't like when people say the N-word or degrade Blacks, and they aren't racist, I think. Should I feel some type of way? What y'all think?
They racist, bye.
Y'all, she needs to educate them, G.
I mean, that goes back to when you have white students posting in their comments, in their bio, BLM, but not really support BLM. So it always comes down to that. So you could sing a song all you want. That doesn't mean you support the community the right way.
It'd be a lot of fake advocates out here. Marcus, we witnessed it with somebody, how they sold for Black people, but you don't come to no Black people meetings. Where they at? Well, where the allies at? Because I don't see none of them in here.
Facts.
What
I'm so sorry.
Where they at? Where they at? Because I don't see them.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. But sis, look, are racist, okay? Because here's the thing, you should never have to question if someone is racist or not. And if you have to question whether they're racist or not, more likely than not, they are. You know, and I don't know, so let's just say maybe they was joking about voting for Donald Trump. I don't know why you would joke about that, because that's just not funny. Like, that's like folks saying that they was voting for Kanye. Like, are you dumb or are you dumb? But, you know, but let's say maybe they was joking. I don't know. I just feel like you should find you a group of friends who are like you, who share your same interests. They don't have to be people who are Black. They can be other races, but they should not be racist. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, you can have people who are in your circle who are not Black, but they understand, you know, or have some kind of understanding of what it means to be Black, and like respect that. That's the whole thing, because this is disrespectful. You know, like, what you mean you saying F Donald Trump because it was good? I don't think that song was that good. Like, I just don't think it was that good. I think everybody liked it because the message was pretty clear, but the song itself was not that great. So, like, I don't know. There's something here that don't add up. Andrew, some else.
I feel like I know a lot of conservatives that voted for Trump. Well, anyway, I know a lot of conservatives that voted for Trump not because they wanted to vote for Trump because they felt like they had to, because that's the person that represents more of their ideology than Joe Biden. So I know conservatives that are not necessarily racist, but they hate Trump. You know, you get how people hated Hillary Clinton but voted for Hillary Clinton because she was a Democrat. So I know some conservatives like that. Like, and maybe she talk to them like, what's their ideology? Like, what's their topics on race? I think that's the question she needs to be more concerned with. How do they feel about affirmative action? How do they feel about civil rights? Brown v. Board, Plessy v. Ferguson, Jim Crow laws, literacy tests. That's what she needs to be asking about. How do they feel about those things? Do they feel that Black Lives Matter? Can they say Black Lives Matter? Because it's not about, you know what I'm saying, necessarily the way someone votes. It's how someone feels and the way they treat people. So I think that's something that they should ask. I think she should feel. I think she obviously feels some type of way because she would never submitted this to us. But I think she can use this as an outlet to say, you know, let me talk to these girls, because I think it's worth having a conversation if y'all really friends.
I'm sorry, I don't feel like it's worth having a conversation. And it's only because, like, you know, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I'm not necessarily a talker, you know. You disrespect me once, you gotta go. Because I'm not gonna keep explaining, especially in a situation like this. Like, I had to tell somebody a couple days ago, like, as a Black woman, I already have to defend myself just because I'm a Black woman. But having to explain my struggle, explain who I am, what I am to someone else who clearly is going to disrespect me, there's no conversation that needs to be had. Like, I'm just not that tolerable of stuff like that, you know, because this kind of stuff makes me mad.
That's a good thing that you brought that up, because either a week before Thanksgiving or next semester, me and EMEI were paired up with a student panel. We are going to be doing different things like, you know, discussing different topics that offend us and different topics, so we could real life have a conversation about different things and get an understanding to people about who we are. So if you guys, especially the things that happen on campus, if you guys want to join, you know what I'm saying, just I'll send you the email of the coordinator and I'll drop it in the chat. So yeah.
Yeah. So that, oh, well, does anyone have anything else to say before we go forward?
Well, it's kind of on the topic of Ash Shirley, but it's not. But it still talks about the election. I've seen a lot of Facebook posts and a lot of people really talking about it, but a lot of people kept saying they didn't vote. And it was just like, I get it, the whole part of, you know, we still in a messed up situation either way it go, but the fact of not voting and you're going to be mad if the turnout was Trump, I didn't get that. Not only did I not get that, I didn't get the fact of, can somebody send me a sticker of the I voted the I voted sticker because my mama need to see. That's ridiculous and you're lazy, because it's a bunch of campaigning places where you can go to vote, register to vote. And yeah, it was just ridiculous. I just wanted to put that out there.
I just feel like sometimes when I vote, I'm voting to either be pushed to the edge or drowned in the water. And I'd rather be pushed in the edge than to be drowned in the water, because I ain't going for that. And I feel like not voting, when people have died for your right, people have been lynched for your right, people have been killed for your right, and the impact of your right. If all Black people voted, how much power we would have in congressional districts. And it's shameful. It's disgusting. And they get it together. And I said what I said. Anybody else? Alrighty. On to announcements. Any announcements?
Announcement. If anybody is interested or knows someone who's interested in participating in the Miss Black EIU Scholarship Pageant, we are having our annual informational tomorrow night at 7 p.m. via Zoom. You have to RSVP, so I could drop my email in the chat. But yeah, if you know anybody who is interested in learning more or interested in participating, yeah, just have them reach out to me via email.
Thank you so much, Club, aka Miss Black, aka President of Zeta Phi Beta.
Do you hear me? 4 positions.
Anybody else got any more announcements?
Yeah, like I said before, if you guys are interested in joining the Rise chat, just email the lady that's that I put drop down in the chat. Just tell her you're interested in joining the student panel and talk about different issues that are happening on campus. My goal with this initiative is to bring light to the issues that we face as minorities on this campus, as well as other different things that we face. And I just want to bring it to light so that could be a step moving forward towards, what we want to do on this campus, like the flag. Like the flag, I don't know if you guys are familiar, Black Lives Matter flag was just raised and they took it down. They said he was gonna put it up. It was showing that they put up the pride flag, which I didn't understand why they couldn't put up both flags. So if you guys have any problems on campus, this is the place to chat at, to express yourself. So the coordinator that Aaron Rowland, she could jot down and we could try to tackle these issues before I graduate.
Okay. Thank you so much, Marcus. Marcus, do you still hold the president position in DAC, Diversity Action Council?
Actually, I'm not, but I am the president of the Political Science Association Club. What we are doing now, we have a book club and we are reading this book called The American. It's either American, I will drop it down in the chat. I will drop it down or I discuss it in the next meeting, but it's a book basically telling Black men about Black women, how they suffer through politics and how they have to strive and push through different inequalities in this world today. And I feel like it's a great book because it teaches us as Black men how to really truly appreciate the Black woman and the Black culture, because it breaks down the nitpick things that we don't really realize that we might do as men, and the things that we might see but we don't react off of. So if you guys want to join that as well, you could just email me. I'll drop my email in the group chat, and I will add you guys through, and you can get a book from Dr. Mueller in the political science department.
All right. Thank you so much, Marcus. Chantel also made an announcement that everyone be nice to yourself this week. Do at least one thing for yourself that will make you smile. So thank you, Chantel. We are going on the shout outs. Any shout outs?
I just want to, yeah, if I was going to do the same thing, shout out to you guys. Keep doing what you're doing, stay proactive, support your community, and do what you need to do to better yourself. And also, don't think about yourself, just try to better others as well as when you are on your journey to helping yourself.
Any more shout outs?
Chantel said,
shout out to her. Shout out to Chantel. She said it's her birthday.
Her birthday next Monday.
Well, next Monday. It's on November 16th. She Cash App. She dropped her Cash App. So
I can't Cash App you nothing, but I can give you a free hug.
She said, "No, yeah, we not from 63rd."
Whoa, I'm so weak.
That's crazy.
Any more shout outs?
No, that's pretty much it.
Shout out. Okay.
I mean, shout out for y'all for coming though. Like, for anyone who came, like, truth be told.
All right, we are adjourned. See you guys later.
See y'all next week. Pieces. Be safe.
See y'all.
Stay powerful, my people.